What would indicate interest from my viewers without being totally unreachable? Aha! Let's see how that... Oh. Welp. Before I go any further, I want to sincerely thank Duskflare for sponsoring this video. Though as of this video, she is currently closed for commissions, she does open frequently and you should all give her a follow over on Twitter at Duskflare1. Them's Fightin' Herds. That one game that got a C&D from Hasbro, so Lauren Faust said, forget that, here are new characters to use. Enjoy! I've never really been one to play fighter games. I watched my brother play Street Fighter and Mortal Kombat, but that was about it. The genre just didn't pique my interest. They were too violent. I could never figure out the combos, and I always thought KO stood for killed off instead of knockout, which bothered me greatly as a kid. I did still have my favorite characters, Sonya and Sub-Zero being the foremost I can remember, but there was never a draw to these games for me, so when TFH came out I was very apathetic. I thought of the main six fighting like that just seemed so absurd, but if it brought people joy, I didn't judge. Even with the new characters announced, I probably wouldn't have given the game another thought without this request. Seeing as this game started out straight up ponies and was reimagined by the Fausticorn herself, I figured, heck, why not? And thought I'd put together this video for you all and offer my thoughts on the designs of the 7 characters of the game. Excuse my terrible play skills, I was using a keyboard against friends who'd been playing games like this for years and I knew absolutely nothing. The llama is adorable. I love that her face is mostly obscured by her fluff. It kind of creates a heart shape. Lashes galore on those eyes, oh my goodness. The round spring shapes in her fluff gives her a kind of bouncy feel even when she's not moving, and the bright colors on the blanket were a nice touch for the pop of color her personality needed. I didn't really get far enough into the story to really dig deep into her personality to see if the design matched, but she's a mute character who makes a lot of purring sounds while attacking with her wool, which made me laugh. I put her at the bottom of the list because fighting against her was infuriating, more so than any other character in the game. The Longman had to have been the most difficult to animate. I've got to congratulate whoever helped work on her because none of this could have been easy. The coloration is kept simple to make room for the more complex movement and fire details. The sprouting wings were an excellent touch of epicness. My one complaint is that with all the complex animations, her personality and her fighting style felt kind of bland. More like she was the required fire character rather than her own thing. But that's only after playing the game for 2 days. My opinion might change as time goes on. Though the little goat might not be my personal favorite fighting style, her design, voice, and personality were far too adorable for me to put her any lower on this list. Those ears, they just... they kill me every single time. I love her pirate theming and her spunky attitude on the battlefield. Don't tell a lot of my friends, but her personality is kind of what I wish Starlight's could have been post-Reformation, but that's another rant for another video. The natural coloration and square shapes hint at a more down-to-earth personality. I really don't know what else to say about her other than I love her and want snuggles. Oh my gosh, baby cow. Arizona is the first character you get to play in story mode, and I love her. It may or may not help that I've always loved Arizona just as a name. The square-shaped language is very pronounced here. I'm still trying to pinpoint why I think her design is so pretty, but it is. The green eyes complement the reddish-brown spots very nicely. She just fits, and I love her for it. She is a little slow in her fighting style, which works for a lot of people, just maybe not me so much. I do enjoy her adventurous and unshakable personality and the way she has the courage to call people out on their shenanigans. Poor sheepy baby doesn't want to fight, and just those legs. Legs for days. There are literally no sharp edges on Pom's design, indicating her soft nature. She has a summoning fighting style, something I can get behind, and the puppies she uses are way too cute to be chucked at opponents, but it kind of makes me giggle because, you know, they're okay, and the animation is wholesome fun. She also has a relatively simple design, mostly to focus on those legs as they tend to do most of the work when she actually does do the fighting instead of her puppies. Easily one of my top favorite designs and characters in this game, which will surprise no one who knows I'm a huge Rarity fan. Her facial expressions, her sassy one-liner quips, and everything about her movement tells me she knows exactly who she is and what she's earned. Unlike Tianwo, I really hope that I did not butcher that name so bad, I'm so sorry, who I did feel was more of a required elemental fighter, Velvet has her own flair on her ice-themed fighting style, and it makes it feel much more original. I love that her antlers kind of remind me of mint leaves, and that the fluffy chest is more luxurious than the springy poofs on Paprika. The deer's got class, and I love it. Last but certainly not least is my absolute favorite character, Oleander. Yeah, edgelords are kind of my guilty pleasure, but much more than that is that Oleander reminds me of how I'd probably participate in a world like this myself. Always looking up instructions and spells from a book, maintaining quiet, or at least class and candor, while taking blows from an enemy, or at least I'd like to think so. Her design is sleek and quirky, and I adore it. I've always wanted to dye the ends or even all of my hair some kind of crazy color, but I've never really had the guts to do it, so the fact that she has her mane like that is just, it makes me happy. The Warlock vibe with the organ playing in her theme song is just absolutely perfect. She's unassuming and more powerful than she lets on, and I love it. Phew, so there are my baseline thoughts on the 7 playable characters on Them's Fightin' Herds. Which one is your favorite? Let me know in the comments below. Now, excuse me while I go draw some friggin' fan art of these cuties because I am hooked. A special thank you to my awesome patrons, Director Shadow, Ram Digijam, Kira Leadmoon, Cosmo the Space Dragon, Aragon Nightshade Blaze, Rocky Harmony, Sakura the Kirin, and all of my other supporters. You guys are absolutely amazing. Stay fluffy, my friends. See you next time.